The pastor stopped in the middle of my father's funeral and said, "I'm sorry, I can't continue until someone in this room tells the truth about how he really died." Every head in the church turned. My mother gripped my arm so hard her nails drew blood through my suit jacket. My older brother Theo stood frozen at the podium where he'd been about to deliver the eulogy. Pastor Whitfield set down his Bible and looked directly at our family in the front row. "I've known this family for 30 years. I baptized both of these boys. I cannot stand here and speak lies over this man's grave. My father had supposedly died of a heart attack 3 days ago. Found him in his study, slumped over his desk. The paramedics said it was quick and painless. Case closed." Except Pastor Whitfield was now suggesting otherwise. "Someone in this room knows the truth," he continued, his voice echoing off the stained glass. "And until they confess, I will not send this man's soul to rest with false words." My mother started crying. Not sad crying, nervous crying. The kind where your shoulders shake, but no tears actually fall. I looked at Theo, and his face had gone completely white. "This is inappropriate." My uncle stood up from the third row. "Raymond had a heart condition for years. We all knew this was coming eventually." "Did we?" Pastor Whitfield asked calmly. "Because I visited Raymond 2 weeks ago. He told me he'd discovered something about his finances, something that made him fear for his life." The church erupted in whispers. I felt like I was watching a movie, not my own father's funeral. My mother suddenly stood up. "Pastor, please, this isn't the time or place for this." "Loretta, sit down," he said firmly. "Unless you have something to tell us all." She sat down immediately. Too immediately. Like a child caught stealing candy. That's when I started connecting dots I'd been too grief-stricken to see before. The way Theo had been the one to find Dad. The way he'd insisted on a closed casket. The way he and Mom had been whispering constantly since the death, but going completely silent whenever I entered a room. "I'll tell you what I know," Pastor Whitfield continued. "Raymond came to me for confession. He said he'd discovered someone had been stealing from his company for years. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. He said it was someone close to him. Someone he loved and trusted." He looked directly at Theo. "He said he was going to confront them that very night." Theo's hands started shaking visibly at the podium. "This is ridiculous. Dad had a heart attack. The doctors confirmed it. Your father was poisoned," Pastor Whitfield said quietly. "The coroner called me this morning. The toxicology report came back. He wanted to know why the family had pushed so hard for a quick burial without a full autopsy." The room went dead silent. My mother let out this sound, half gasp, half moan. Theo took a step backward from the podium, nearly tripping over the flower arrangements. "It wasn't supposed to kill him," Theo suddenly blurted out, his voice cracking. "It was just supposed to make him sick enough to delay the audit. I just needed more time to fix the books and replace everything." I couldn't breathe. My own brother had poisoned our father. "Mom knew?" I heard myself ask, my voice sounding foreign to my own ears. She wouldn't look at me, just stared at the floor. "She helped me get the medication from Aunt Patty's supply. We didn't know the dosage would be that strong. We didn't know it would, actually." Theo couldn't finish the sentence. Two police officers who had been standing at the back of the church started walking slowly down the center aisle. Pastor Whitfield had planned this entire thing. He'd known the whole time. He'd turned my father's funeral into a confession booth and invited the authorities to witness it. They arrested Theo right there in front of the casket. My mother collapsed in the pew, finally crying real tears for the first time since this all began. As they led my brother past me in handcuffs, he looked at me with desperate, bloodshot eyes. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I loved him too. You have to believe me." I watched them take him away, then turned back to my father's casket. The man who had built everything from nothing, betrayed by his own wife and son. Pastor Whitfield walked over and put his weathered hand on my shoulder. "Your father asked me to do this if anything ever happened to him. He knew, son. He knew what they were planning and he wanted the truth to come out no matter what." I buried my father that afternoon with only a handful of people remaining. Most had fled after the arrest, too shocked or ashamed to stay. But at least he went into the ground with the truth finally spoken over his grave.
Click the link on the homepage to watch the full follow-up for free.